Love is the oldest case in the book and the hardest to crack. Just when you think you've got it all figured out, the blonde you met just a few days ago in the office sticks you in the ticker with a shiv and some surprise twist. Modern dating, right? But tonight, I've got a case that might help you get canoodling. What are the best classic date movies ever made? The kind that makes the dame sigh and the fellas forget they're supposed to be tough. Stick with me, kid, and you might just fall in love all over again. But first, let's define what I mean by date movie. Now, when you ask people for the best date movies of all time, they'll often point you to some rom-com from the 90s, or an overstuffed melodramatic drama like Titanic, or, God forbid, an adaptation of a Nicholas Sparks novel. The best date flicks are the ones that have something for everybody, like The Princess Bride and Groundhog Day. Movies that have a love story but also some humor, adventure, action, or horror to keep it from getting sappy. Now, there are plenty of classics that would make great date films like Casablanca, Gone with the Wind, and so on. But my list is focused on smaller stories, flicks that are a little less obvious, and stories that feature a uniquely charming romance. So, without further ado, here is my list in chronological order. Number 1, The Man Who Laughs from 1928. Before sound, before color, there was The Man Who Laughs. It's a silent masterpiece with one of the most endearing and tragic love stories of all time. Conrad Veidt plays Gwynplaine, a man disfigured with a permanent grin, who also inspired the Joker, who falls in love with a blind woman named Dee, played by Mary Philbin, who can't see his scars. It's gothic, poetic, and strangely beautiful. This film is about love beyond appearances and pain soothed by passion, and it happens to be one of my favorite love stories in cinema history. Number 2, The Shop Around the Corner from 1940. Jimmy Stewart and Margaret Sullivan star as two co-workers who can't stand each other by day and unknowingly fall in love through anonymous letters by night. Sound familiar? You might recognize this story from the 1998 rom-com You've Got Mail. But this 1940 original has more charm than a box of chocolates on Valentine's Day in gay Paris. Ernst Lubitsch directed this film with that famous Lubitsch touch, all wit, warmth, and whisper. Fun fact, this movie is in the public domain, so it's an easy one to find. Number 3, To Have and Have Not from 1944. Bogart and Bacall. One of the great Hollywood love stories started on this set. Sparks were flying like a busted neon sign on Broadway. She was 19, he was 44. Let's see, 1/2 of 44 plus 7 equals... Eesh. But their chemistry could have lit up Havana. The line that started it all?
You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together and blow.
She said it, the world melted, and a Hollywood romance was born that lasted until Bogey's dying day. It's a film soaked in danger, desire, and that smoky kind of love that never quite dies. Number 4, On the Waterfront from 1954. Brando, raw and tender, is like a man torn between right and wrong, fists and faith. And Eva Marie Saint, the light in all that shadow. Their chemistry wasn't scripted, it just happened. The movie is the proto-Rocky. Brando is a washed-up boxer, and Eva Marie Saint, like Adrian, is his salvation. Like Rocky, this is not a whitewashed and pristine love story. It's grungy. Love here isn't perfect, it's bruised, burdened, but real, like the corrupt world they inhabit. And it brings along a stellar cast, including Carl Malden, Lee J. Cobb, and a very young Fred Gwynne. That's right, Herman Munster is in this picture, but he's got a very small part, so see if you can spot him. Every detective's gotta have some style, and I can help you find yours at the Classic Film Detective Shop on Amazon. The links are in the description. You'll find shirts with classic swag like our I Love Classic Horror Movies design or our homage to The Thing from Another World, Watch the Skies. Or the Island of Lost Souls tee that asks the age-old question, what is the law? Are we not men? Not in the market for a shirt? That's okay. We've got Night of the Living Dead totes that warn, they're coming to get you, Barbara. And even Bela Lugosi's Igor throw pillows, perfect for keeping you company on those lonely late-night stakeouts. So do yourself a favor. Click a link and be the first kid on your block with some killer classic film gear. Now, let's get back to the case. Number 5, To Catch a Thief from 1955. This is Hitchcock's Riviera romance dripping in sun and suspicion. Cary Grant plays a retired jewel thief. Grace Kelly is the woman who might just steal his heart or his freedom. Off camera, Grace was already flirting with royalty, literally. Within a year, she'd be a real princess, but in this caper, she's the perfect mix of danger and desire. This movie is a love story dressed as a heist. Grant is at the peak of his powers, charming and gentlemanly, and Kelly puts the grace in Grace Kelly. Number 6, Bell, Book and Candle from 1958. There's magic in this picture. Kim Novak plays a witch who casts a love spell on Jimmy Stewart and ends up catching feelings. Shot in dreamy Technicolor, it's the cool cousin of Bewitched. Rumor has it Novak and Stewart's chemistry wasn't all smoke and mirrors either. Though the real smell here is the mood, jazz clubs, midnight cats, and love that burns slow. The pairing of Novak and Stewart in this film is compelling as Stewart is the prototypical aw shucks boy next door, though he was 49. And Novak is a smoke show with eyes like half-lit cigarettes and a smile that can make a priest blush. It's fun, hilarious, and wonderfully weird, and it's got a great cast to go with these magical lovers, including Jack Lemmon, Elsa Lanchester, and Ernie Kovacs. Number 7, Charade from 1963. They call it the best Hitchcock movie Hitchcock never made. Cary Grant and Audrey Hepburn are all charmed as they chase through the streets of Paris. It's romance wrapped in a mystery, with just enough danger to make you lean closer on the couch. Grant almost turned down the part, worried he was too old for her, but Hepburn said, "Make me chase you then," and the rest is history. The film is action-packed with some true mystery, and it brings some heavy hitters to the cast, including Walter Matthau, James Coburn, and George Kennedy. This film is also in the public domain, so it's another easy one to find. Well, that's another case closed. Love is the ultimate mystery. You can't solve it, you can only get lost in it. Let me know in the comments if you have some other great classic date movies, and maybe I'll make a part 2. So pour 2 drinks, cue up a classic, and see where the night takes you. This is the Classic Film Detective, signing off.